That's Based with Caleb Salvatore is a comedic informative production, meaning it covers serious topics in a humorous manner. Some of the opinions expressed are satirical hyperbole, some are not. Some of the content may not be suitable for all listeners. If you're easily offended, tune out now. We don't want pussy bleeding little bitches consuming our content. I have dementia and pooped my pants while visiting the Pope.
Welcome to the That's Based Monday morning unsolicited advice segment. I am your host, as always, Caleb Salvatore. We're laughing our way through the end of days, and we're brought to you by Outlaw Streamers, where you can head on over to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more. Remember, we're on Rumble, Spotify, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. We air every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, wherever you get your shows that we're not banned. We're on YouTube, too. We're trying to do the YouTube thing. Keeps getting taken down. We're rolling with it as long as they'll let us. We'll put it that way. I am reporting from somewhere underground in the tundra because it is currently negative, let me check, 15 degrees where I am, with a wind chill of negative 40. Now, I'm going to try to push through this. We actually may go a little quick, because they're doing some roving blackouts in my area. Isn't that nice? Roving blackouts. You know, roving blackouts is brought to you by the power company that continues to raise my rates every year. Those roving blackouts. I love it. Isn't that phenomenal, the system we have? This government-enforced communist monopoly that is the power company in my area that continues to... And it's not like it's just, hey, the grid failed because it's bitter cold. No, that's not it. These idiots are actively making things worse. They're actively making things worse by kowtowing and bending the knee to the green energy hippy-dippy wackadoos that cry about, oh, sustainability. You know what's not sustainable? Freezing to death. They did that. They're pushing toward clean energy way too quickly, mind you. Not at a sustainable rate. That's an actual accurate usage of that word right there. Not at a sustainable rate, and this is what we get for it. They also shut down the nuclear power plant about an hour and a half to 2 hours north of here. So that's what we get. That's what we get. We virtue signaling at the cost of common sense. That's bad. That's the Democratic Party motto, but this isn't a political show. I'm just ranting. I mean, could you imagine any other company that wasn't a communist government monopoly like this one? Any other private company in any other industry, if they did this shit? If they said, hey, we're going to continue to raise your rates every single year, but your service is actually going to decline. It's going to get worse every single year, and there's nothing you can do. Like, imagine if your internet company said, hey, we're going to raise your rates 15% every single year. And we're also going to cut back on how much service you get every single year. You'd cancel and go get another internet company. But since we live in a world where the government can just let corporations like this monopolize it and have make it illegal for competition to arise, this is what we have to deal with. And we get roving blackouts and we get people freezing to death. But I'm done ranting. You want to see me talk politics? I'll see you on Wednesday. We're done with that. I just needed to get it off my chest because it really pissed me off. All right, this is the unsolicited advice segment. Mia, our co-host, the red face of white supremacy, is not with us for this episode. She's usually not with us for the midweek show. She's almost always with us on these. She's not with us for this one. She will be back Saturday, where we're talking about the Iowa caucuses and lots of other stuff. This week, she is watching a house for a family member across town, and it's just not safe to be driving back and forth with the current state of the road. So I'm flying solo this week. I know she's the reason most of you listen. She literally just emailed these over to me. So I'm going in blind. I have no idea what these stories are. These are all from Reddit, I believe. Remember, the Monday morning unsolicited advice segment. She looks up stories. She scours the internet for like 15 minutes and finds stories of people in interesting predicaments, and I try to help them out. I go in blind. I don't see any of this. I read it on the air, and I react. So let's get into it. Before we get into that, shout out to our sponsors over at Blood of Tyrants. You head on over to www.drinkbloodofTyrants.com. Use the promo code BASED, B-A-S-E-D, like the title of the show. You can save 10% on either their Liquid Freedom energy drink, right, which is 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 carbs, or their Red Merlot wine. Both of them I've tried. Both of them I love. the Liquid Freedom Energy Drink, all the positives that you get with coffee and energy drinks with none of the negative side effects. You don't get the jitters. You don't feel disgusting. You don't feel like you're going to have a catheter shoved up your dick because you've had 3 Monsters every day for the last 14 years and you get heart palpitations. And it's not me, but I know some people that are like that. And but no, anyway, drinkbloodofTyrants.com, promo code BASED, BASED, like the title of the show at the checkout. It's going to save you 10%. All our sponsors, if you're watching on YouTube or Rumble, are right down on that ticker below. They're also in the show notes. So make me a little bit of money this year. That's the main goal, right? All right, let's jump into this real quick. Without further ado, am I the asshole? This is Reddit, right? Am I the asshole for telling my partner not to use the bathroom? Well, okay. Where are they supposed to go? A litter box? Oh, okay. Me, female 36, and my partner, male 42, share a small flat with one bathroom. She said flat, so she's obviously European, which makes me not like her already. Every evening, I enjoy a relaxing bath to unwind and de-stress. Every evening, without fail, my partner will interrupt me to take a massive stinking dump in the toilet. Oh. Yeah. Right next to the bath I'm trying to relax in. Not only that, but he will sit on his phone and play loud, annoying videos on his phone. At least he's not watching porn. I mean, it could be worse, right? It totally ruins my relaxation times. I've tried to be polite and ask him to turn down the videos a bit or at least spray some air freshener, but he just laughs. He doesn't understand why this is such a big deal to me, as taking a bath is purely functional to him. Tonight, he waltzes in to take a shit while I'm relaxing, and I blow up at him and tell him to use the toilet when I'm done. He's really upset. Am I the asshole for being too precious with my bath? No, you're not. I got to admit, when I saw the title, I was like, there's no way. You're denying this man his right to go to the bathroom, which is a basic human function. But no, this is actually very reasonable. This isn't even about going to the bathroom. This is like a respect thing here. This is a power and control thing, in my opinion. He doesn't take you seriously. He doesn't take the things you enjoy seriously. And this is not someone you should spend a lot of time around. This is probably a situation you should get out of. We say that a lot on this unsolicited advice segment. We tell people to break up, but that's almost always if you're at a point where you're turning to strangers on the internet for relationship advice, it's already over. Just break up now, rip the Band-Aid off, and get the hell out of here. Let's cut the formalities. I guarantee you, if any more of these stories are, we got 2 more. If any more of these stories are relationship questions, the answer is going to be break up. The answer is going to be break up because you're done. You're done. You're past the point talking to your partner. You're more intimate and put more faith and trust into complete strangers on the internet than you do with your partner. Red flag number 9,769. Just get the hell out. Rip the bandage off. Be done with it. He's the asshole. This is much more than him going to the bathroom. It's disrespectful, number one. Nobody wants to smell your shit. Just wait till this person gets out. Now, I am sympathetic to the fact that people shit on a schedule. We all do. I do it. Everybody does it. Everyone's got to go at certain days, except that lady that is suing Ozempic because she's got the lifelong diarrhea case or whatever. I got opinions on that. We'll talk about Wednesday or Saturday, one of the two. I don't know. But stay tuned there. But no, I mean, this is a lack of respect. This is a power move. Maybe it's some weird kink. I don't know. Nonetheless, this is a person who's really got some issues. So get out of there. All right. Here we go. What's up next? All right. Am I wrong? Am I 20? This is successful _ nobody 947 on r/am I wrong on Reddit. Am I 28 female wrong for wanting to not like my husband 33 male because he drools over my friends? Well, does he drool literally? Because I don't know what's more of a problem. If he's figuratively drooling over your friends, like constantly talking about how hot they are, or literally drooling. Both of those would be problems. So she says, I am short and thick, which, guys, code word for fat. We're just calling it like it is. Code word for grenade. Right away, red flag. Guys, I mean, fortunately, I didn't have too much experience in the online dating thing. I met my wife at a job, so it wasn't a big deal. But what I learned, thick, athletic, average build, anything other than thin equals fat. I am short and thick. No, she's built like Vince Wilfork. Just got to put that out there. I am very fit because I care about my diet and train every. Yeah, I'm sure. You wouldn't have used the word thick. And train every day. I'm toned, but realistically, I will never look like a Victoria's Secret model as I am short. I learned to accept myself, but my husband does not. He keeps saying I have the best face and loves my personality, but prefers very slender figures. My friends are tall and slender and try way less than me to be fit. I invited one home, and he was saying after he would love a threesome with her, and she is top. Oh, yeah. That's a whole other problem. Again, break up. Break up. 2 for 2. Break up. Break up with them. If he's asking for if your partner's asking for a threesome, and that wasn't something that was made clear very early on in the relationship, they're 1 foot out the door already, man. They are. Truly. Jokes aside, I know but seriously, just break up with them. You're fighting a losing battle at this point. We can pull the statistics up. It's close to, I believe it's actually over 90% of couples. Yes, this includes you polyamorous freaks. 90% of couples that bring a third party into the bedroom end up getting divorced. So take that into consideration before you ask for one. Again, if they're asking, already 1 foot out the door. It's really a problem when they specifically have one person picked out for it. It's not just, hey, any of your friends want to do a threesome. Hey, let's go pick a bar up or a girl up from the bar for a threesome. That's a problem too. But when they have one specifically picked out, they're basically asking for your permission to kind of cheat, but not really, kind of skirt the rules, right? You know, like Jim Harbaugh steal. Oh no, he actually cheated. Never mind. I say stealing signals. But when they ask for a threesome like that with someone they've already picked out, they're gonna do it. It's only a matter of time. That is a ticking time bomb that you need to remove yourself from before it goes off. They're going to do it. They just want to not feel guilty within themselves, so they're asking you for permission to kind of do it. But hey, you can join, but I'm probably going to pay most of my attention to this person over here. He added her on Instagram and likes all her pictures. Red flag number 2. Red flag number 2. Come on down, successful_nobody947. That is you have won red flag number 2. Tom, show him what he's won, or she's won. Show her what she's won. We don't want to misgender anybody on this show, right? Show her what she's won. She has won a husband with more red flags than China and the Soviet Union combined. All right, what do we got here? Now, I invited over another friend. This happened with another girl. I told him this breaks my heart, and now I don't want to invite her over ever again. I invited over another friend. Let's call her Olga. It's a very ugly name, not going to lie. 27 female, whose face lights up when he talks to her. I am waiting for one single comment on his side, and I'm going to ask him to leave. He always says I'm exaggerating and should diet more. Am I really exaggerating? I cannot be happy with her now at home and him staring at her. I'd rather be alone. Yes, get the hell out of this relationship. He's clearly unhappy. Listen, I'm not going to say that married people all of a sudden don't find other people attractive. Of course they do. Of course they do. And sometimes people will make comments about different celebrities to their spouse, people that obviously it's never even a realistic situation they're going to get with, right? My wife is in love with, or not in love with, my wife thinks Daniel Radcliffe is hot, which really gives me some insecurity issues. Makes me like, okay, she's into the meth look. Cool. Nonetheless, there's no chance that she's going to end up with Daniel Radcliffe, even if the opportunity presented itself. I have no concerns that she's going to make a move on him, right? That's not how it works. It's a celebrity crush. Everybody has them. The issue is when the celebrity crushes move to your friends, people you know and interact with, because it becomes much more realistic. The chance of that happening and them having to make that decision becomes much, much more feasible, and that's where you really run into problems. So yes, I mean, this is clearly, he's not happy, or he wouldn't be fawning over your friends in front of you. Again, this is a disrespect thing. This is a power thing. He's not happy. You're obviously not happy because you're venting to strangers on the internet rather than bringing up the issue with him. And part of the problem is it seems like you've tried to bring the issue up with him, and he doesn't take it seriously, and he just downplays everything you say. Red flag number 3. So get out of this one. He doesn't take you seriously. He doesn't care about your feelings or your concerns on things like this, and he just laughs at it. He doesn't listen. If your partner comes to you with a concern, guys, contrary to popular belief, this is going to be some groundbreaking, revolutionary shit here. If your partner comes to you with a concern about your relationship, you don't have to agree with them. You can say, I totally disagree with you. I think I think this is wrong, and this is why I think you're wrong. Here's A, B, and C. You cannot laugh them off and tell them they're overreacting and it's nothing. That you can't do that. You can't just say, now we're good. You got to have some type of counter argument. You can't just be, you're overreacting. No, because their feelings should be valid. That's how a marriage and a relationship works. That's not what he's doing. He's laughing at what she has to say and not taking her feelings on the matter and her concerns seriously while being incredibly disrespectful, mind you. So yes, you are not, or no, successful_nobody947, you are not in the wrong here. Your husband's a dirtbag. Leave him. Purified water. I love it. Tap water is poison. Did you guys know that? Tap water is complete poison. You shouldn't drink it. Before we get into the last topic, though, shout out to our sponsors and friends over at Tactilian. Head on over to www.tactilian.com, Tactilian.com. Use the promo code BASED, BASED. Like the title of the show, going to save you 15% off the patriotic gear for yourself, your home, and your car. Get it for the patriot in your life. www.tactilian, Tactilian.com. Promo code BASED. Like the title of the show, BASED, for 15% off of your order. That's all I got. Yeah, that's it. All the links are in the description. Also, right below on the ticker if you're following along on video through Rumble or YouTube. Here's the last one. This is on r/entitled parents. This has brought us some real gems recently. This is from I Am Manon28. All right, here we go. Last one. Buckle up. Hopefully we save the best for last here. Is it appropriate for my mom to track my location? I am 28 years old. Oh, boy. Well, we all have a mom that tracks our location. It's the federal government, but none. All right. It's really embarrassing that my mom still tracks my location, and I'm almost 30. I completely agree. If I go somewhere she wasn't expecting me to go or is somewhere she doesn't recognize, she'll text me, "Where are you?" And the answer to that is always my drug dealer's house. Like, she can literally see exactly where I am on the map and still ask where I am. I know she is just nosy and wants to control me. I've tried turning off my location in the past, and it resulted in a huge fit from her, so I turned it back on. But it's like, I feel like I have no privacy, and I don't even live with her. You don't live... Okay, no. If you don't live with her, then no, this is not appropriate. I feel so stuck and really want to break this hold my mom has on me. I'm almost 30 fucking years old, and my mom is still asking me where I am and when I'll be home. Now, when I was in college, I did attempt suicide a few times in my car, overdosed on pills while in a parking lot. So I do recognize that she maybe has some anxiety coming from that, but I haven't been suicidal for years now. Congratulations. I was okay with her having my location for a few years after that because I understood she has anxiety, which I partially caused. But she has to trust me at some point. I feel like a child, even though I live alone and pay my own bills. That was my next question. Do you pay your own phone bill? Here, even if you are or you aren't paying your own phone bill, still pretty weird for your mom to be tracking your location at 28. Can't seem to break this control my mom has over. I know it's going to cause a huge fight if I turn my location off, so I just deal with it. But I need independence. I'm going crazy. Here's what you do. Like I told person number one, contestant one, at the beginning of this segment, rip the bandage off. I'm not saying break up with your mom. You're not in Alabama, I'm assuming. But turn the location off. Don't tell her you're doing it. Don't tell her say, I'm turning my location off. I'm tired of you controlling me. Don't come in guns blazing. Don't say a word about it. Don't mention it. Just shut it off. Shut it off. And when she confronts you about it, I'm assuming she's going to call you. Just be like, yeah, nonchalantly. Yeah, I did. That's what I would do here. Nonchalantly, yeah, I shut it off. I'm 28 years old. I'm independent now. I pay my own bills. I live on my own. I don't want to be tracked anymore. And that's my boundary. I feel that's a reasonable boundary, that I don't want to be tracked like a prisoner with an ankle bracelet by my own mother as an adult who lives on his own and pays his own bills. I have not been suicidal for years. You can come sit in a therapy session with me. I'm assuming you go to therapy, something like that. We can talk about it there, hash it over there. But that is a boundary for me that I don't want to be tracked like a prisoner on parole or probation or whatever it is. And I hope you agree. I hope you find that reasonable and you can respect that. If not, you're going to have to get over it because you're my mom and I do want you in my life, but I also have boundaries that you can't cross. And I can't be with somebody I can't be around somebody that's not going to cross those boundaries. So no, the location is not coming back on. I still very much love you and very much want you in my life, but you're not going to track me anymore. It's just not, we're done with that. It's not going to happen. That's over. And she will respond how she responds. She's your mom. I don't think she's doing, I think she is paranoid because of the suicide aspect of it. I don't think she's doing it because she's cruel and mean and just wants to control you, despite what Reddit, I'm sure, we're not even going to read the comments. I'm sure Reddit's telling you this. She'll get over it. She's doing this because she loves you. She will move on and get over it. But you just have to be a big boy. Put your big boy pants on, or girl, whatever you, they, them, whatever you are. Put your big boy pants on, turn the location off, and hold your ground. That's it. Stop caving to her. Otherwise, this is going to be your life for the rest of your life. What are you going to do when you get married? Still going to stalk you? How long does this go on? That's what you got to ask yourself. How long does your mom continue to track your every move as a grown adult? That's what it comes down to. And more importantly, how long are you okay with her continuing to track your every single move as a grown adult pushing 30 years old? That's what you got to start asking yourself. Now, there's legitimate reasons to share locations, right? I don't have a problem with kids sharing locations with their parents, obviously. Like young kids, like teenagers, right? My wife and I share locations because she had an incident. Well, actually, no. We started after I got in a bad car accident in the middle of nowhere because I wanted someone to be able, because I was on the road traveling for comedy a lot, and I wanted somebody to know where I was. So we had been dating at the time. I was like, I'm going to share my location with you. I don't care. So that's when we started sharing ours. I don't think she even checked. I mean, I don't go a whole lot of places, so she might check. I have no idea. But that was when I started sharing mine. And she had an issue where a guy was an older gentleman at a job she was working at the time was harassing her. So so her location was already on at that point because we had started sharing after my car accident. But I mean, I like it because if she were to have gotten like kidnapped or abducted, I wasn't going to deal with the police there. I was just going to deal with a 9mm and go get her out, but that's why I think there are legitimate reasons for people to share locations when it becomes an obsession for someone, when it becomes a method of control. That's when it becomes unhealthy, and that's when you should unshare your location. So no, I, a man in 28, it is not appropriate for your mother to track your location at 28 years old, especially if you live on your own and pay your own bills. Even if you didn't do one or both of those things, I still wouldn't think it was appropriate. I would still, not as inappropriate, but I'd still think it was pretty fucking weird. That has been our show. We will see you Wednesday for the midweek check-in episode. I think I'm flying solo on that one too. I was supposed to have somebody come in, but he is out of town traveling for some comedy stuff, movie stuff that he's working on. And he's up north, stuck with all the weather and all this shit going on, so he's probably not going to make it to record that one. Nonetheless, we will see you Wednesday, whether it's me and a guest, maybe it's a guest host. Who knows, right? It won't be. But we'll see you on Wednesday for the midweek check-in, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And a big shout-out to our sponsors over at Firecracker Farms. You head on over to www.firecracker.farm. Use the promo code BASED, like the title of the show, at the checkout. It's going to save you 10%. Remember, it's firecracker.farm, not .com, not .org, not .net. Firecracker.farm, the home of hot salt. Hot salt is a brand new seasoning, a secret blend handcrafted on a family farm that consists of Mediterranean sea salt, Carolina Reaper, ghost pepper, and Trinidad scorpion peppers. So it's some good shit. They've had it all over the place. It's not just been on That Space with Caleb Salvatore. They've seen it on Black Rifle Coffee, The Joe Rogan Experience, The Official Eddie Gallagher Show, Mike Force Podcast, Time for Pie. I'm reading on their website right now, and I only know Joe Rogan and Black Rifle Coffee. I don't know any. I'm sure these shows are great, good for them, but I don't know anything about them. Nonetheless, it's a badass product. You should go check it out. Again, firecracker.farm. Use the promo code BASED, B-A-S-E-D, like the title of the show at the checkout. It's going to save you 10% off your order. All right. That's all we got. We made it. The power didn't go out. Thank you guys so much. We will see you Wednesday for the midweek check-in. Remember, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, wherever you get your shows. Also, Saturday for the big show. More of you need to tune into the midweek check-in. I know it's not going to do as good because it's a weekday, but more of you need to start tuning in. I get it. You got a lot of stuff going on. Start tuning in. I don't care. Tell your boss to fuck off for an hour. And then we'll see you right back here Wednesday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time for our midweek check-in. Thank you guys so much for listening, watching, I don't know, looking at hieroglyphics, whatever the hell it is you do. We'll see you Wednesday. Cheat on your taxes, not your spouse. And as always, stay based.